Hello, creative. I am so excited to get to learn and know you a little bit more along this journey. But before we dive in, I thought I would share a little bit about myself. So I'm Victoria Hines and I'm a creative career coach. And what I love to do is help creatives like you pivot and transition in your career. Because trust me, I've been there and it's really lonely and confusing to do it by yourself. So here's a little bit about my story. So I went to school to get a BFA in acting. And I took the really great advice if you move to Chicago, LA, or New York, and to be an actor. So I moved to Chicago. And I took a job in the restaurant industry, which was not a great idea because if I wanted to do theater acting, most of the work was actually at night. But I did take that job and I was hustling and doing all these auditions and I felt like I was lacking a purpose. So my solution was, I'm gonna go work in a nonprofit theater setting. So I got a job in a nonprofit part-time, so I was working 4 other jobs on top of that. That's a lot of work, hustling to pay the bills, but it worked for a time. Still going after it, still chasing those auditions. And finally, I felt like I had made it. So within a month of each other, I booked the biggest acting gig I'd ever had in my life, as well as I was offered a full-time position at this theater company in arts administration. So I was like, oh my gosh, I've done it. This is it. This is what the rest of my life is going to be. And so a year later, the project came and ended. And it was this wonderful experience that was also really eye-opening because I realized, oh, this is what the rest of my life is going to look like the next 20, 30 years, and I'm not actually sure that I want it anymore. So that began my journey of figuring out what was next. I did a lot of different things. I joined a mentorship group. I wrote a full-length play. I started producing my own work. I started being a fundraiser, raising funds for an indie film festival. I also started exploring what was it going to be to maybe move to other cities, maybe go to grad school. I did all of these things, but it wasn't until I hired my own coach because I had hit rock bottom and didn't know how to pivot anymore and got really clear and honest with myself about what I wanted, needed, and desired in my own life that I finally was able to make decisions and start building a career that was gonna fulfill all of these things I was wanting in my life. So that's a little bit about me. I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're a creative who is not quite sure they're ready to walk away from what they love, but you know something needs to change. Maybe you're also like, nope, I still love this thing, but I need to get a little bit more hyper-focused on what I'm doing. Maybe you're in the space of, I'm really burnt out, I need to walk away and I need to do something else that lights me up inside. Whatever space you're in, you are so welcome here because I believe that everybody's journey is valid and you truly do have to define your own version of success. That's the only way you're going to find happiness. So I'm so glad you're here and I can't wait to learn more about you.